Yo, what's good, man? It's your boy Darian. Welcome back to another video, man. Today, we're watching my guy Tyler Oliveria. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite YouTubers. And this is I investigated a city where it's illegal to be homeless. Illegal to be homeless, man. Let's see.
This is Grants Pass, Oregon, the city where it's illegal to.
You know what's funny though? Is that I thought homelessness was already illegal. Not illegal, but like I thought they was already like on homeless people's head and stuff. Like they be already like changing the structure of the cities and like changing the benches and all type of stuff. So they ain't no homeless people.
To be homeless. Oh, you got trespassed from the park.
People get fined for everything out here.
I've gotten like 30 tickets in the past year and a half, $300 a pop.
They don't care if we live or we die.
If you can't pay, you can't pay.
I think they should buy bus tickets and ship them up to Salem.
I have people drive
Salem.
by and say, kill yourself.
They make you feel like a criminal for being homeless.
With $295 fines for anyone caught sleeping in public, and with repeat offense.
Imagine you homeless and you gotta pay $300 fine. Yeah, bro. I don't know how you gonna pay that off, but hey. I think the government probably just collecting checks something like once they do get that house, they probably just gonna send them all them bills. Like you know how like the hospital be doing it. They just keep sending you emails and they keep sending you mail until you pay it. That's how they do it.
Punishable by 30-day park bans and up to 30 days in jail. In 2018, a group of homeless people sued the city of Grants Pass, claiming these laws criminalize them for being homeless and just trying to go to sleep. As this case has been escalated to the Supreme Court to try to answer if this camp ban is unconstitutional, what do the locals here think about all this?
What are your thoughts on the fines for the homeless people out here in Grants Pass?
They're great.
They're great?
I am so sick and tired of not being able to take my son to the freaking park anymore without finding needles and seeing people overdosing in the parks. I would like to see all of that cleared up and gone.
Our kids can't go play at the parks anymore without finding drug paraphernalia, without being harassed by homeless people. There's so many mountains around here. There's so many other places that they could stay.
Can't offer somewhere so far in the woods that they can't get to the community resources that they need. Where exactly do you expect them to go?
Where do you think they should go?
That's exactly what I'm saying. There isn't a place for them to go.
What do you think the fines do?
It discourages them to be here.
Yeah.
I think there should be situations to house them, but there.
I don't get how it's discouraging them when they don't have money in the first place, bro. Like if you give them a fine, you know they're not paying it. Like you literally just know they're not paying it. They don't have money. They're homeless. What?
There's what you'd call, I would say, professional homeless that don't want to be home, want to live in a home. They don't want to live by the rules of society, and that's fine if you want to do that, but not in my backyard.
Let's say I'm living in a tent and I got $1,000 worth of fines.
Well, you don't have the money, you don't have the money.
Okay. We in survival mode out here.
Yes, we
We're on
are.
a frontier Oregon Trail, baby.
That's right.
Do you think they should be allowed to sleep?
To be honest with you, you know what I think?
Talk to me.
I think they should buy bus tickets and ship them up to Salem. Help wanted all over the place. Why don't they just go to work?
Do you think fining the homeless
Help
people...
wanted all over the place. See, this old guy got to think. A lot of homeless people don't even have their documents, bro. Like, like a lot of the homeless people don't even got their ID. They don't got their social security. Like all the stuff you need to get a job, they don't even have that. So it's just like they got to go to the office or whatever and do all that. Like, bro, it just takes a lot of shit to
Grants
get all
Pass
that
will
back.
help them become not homeless?
No, not at all. Because they ain't going to be able to pay their fine.
A lot of these
Unless you're getting paid under the table,
just
but
low income. It's, you know, $1,500 to rent a one-bedroom apartment. How do you expect someone who's making, like, say, $900 on Social Security to rent a one-bedroom apartment?
Do you think anyone can end up in a tent out here in Grants Pass?
I'm a month away from being homeless.
Do you think finding people in a tent is cruel and unusual?
Yeah, that's a slippery slope.
There has to be some kind of solution. I mean, pick a place where they're not in everybody's way.
Or find a localized park or a place like that we can have housing for them. Like I've gone to Riverside Park and I caught some dude smoking out of a bong that was actually heroin.
All right. I mean, we've talked to a lot of people that live out here. Question is, what will go down at the Supreme Court? What is the precedent that will be set out here? But what do the homeless people getting these fines think about all this?
boy, look at this man. Yo, imagine how hard it is to actually like pedal, actually pedal with all this attached to your bike, bro. You know how like when you got somebody on your back pegs, it just take extra effort and shit. Like that's how I feel like it. He probably got like They probably feel they got somebody on some pegs or some shit, bro.
With countless tents in
Don't
plain
eat.
sight right at the park entrance, are these people getting fined for sleeping out here? And what happens if they don't pay their fines? I met up with Brock, a vocal member of the community advocating for clean, safe, drug-free parks, and actually has a son suffering from drug addiction living on these streets. Okay, so there are plenty of tents out here. Looks like we've reached the park where shit's going down. You were gonna show me some signs.
These are just the signs that we show during our rallies that we have on the streets.
They call you the park narc?
A park narc sometimes.
Park narc.
F an asshole.
Okay, so Brock, you live here in Grants Pass?
Yes.
And you have a son somewhere out here in the parks?
Yes, my son is one of these campers in the park.
Okay.
Yeah. His name is Jack. Jack.
So did his son choose to be out there? Like, why your son can't live with you? Why your son can't live with you, bro? You'd rather have him out here in the park doing drugs. I mean, I don't know. I don't know his story, but maybe his son did something crazy. Be like, man, he gotta learn his lesson. But
Jack Spurgeon.
that's tough.
And how did Jack end up on the streets out here?
He fell into drugs at an early age, around 19.
Okay.
He's 37 now. He's rolled around. He spent 2 seasons in Portland. He just got back from spending 5 months in the Tenderloin, San Francisco. So he's been through it.
But he's not living with you?
No.
Why not?
The drugs.
Okay.
The vast majority of these people need rehab first.
Okay.
Okay, giving them a place to live, putting money in their pockets isn't going to fix anything until they fix the drug problem.
And have you offered your son, hey, would you like to get into rehab or get clean,
Yes.
and then you come back to dad?
Yeah, we were just talking about it yesterday. He's just not ready. Most of the people aren't. If you offer them rehab, most of them will turn it down. You know, I lay in
His
bed
son don't even
every
want
night
help.
wondering if I'm going to see my son again. I love him.
Yeah, hey, I take back what I said. I take back what I said just a few minutes ago. Cause, hey man, that's what I said, bro. You don't know their situation, man. So you are. You know what I'm saying? He probably take a little fent, take a little weed. Yeah, he don't even understand what his dad be saying when he be talking to him. He take a little drugs. He don't know what his dad be talking about. Shit.
So much, you know.
Be zooted.
I do work him. I'm a tile contractor, so if he's able to work, I work him and put some money in his pocket. Of course, he spends it on drugs.
Sure.
It's a complex problem.
But what do the people living out here think the solution is? So I'm curious if you've been fined for sleeping out in these parks.
Many times.
Have you been shuffled from one park to the next?
Yep. Every week.
How did you end up out here?
I lost my job during COVID and been trying to play catch up ever since, which is kind of hard when you get $300 tickets every day. So
How many summative like ticket costs do you have right now?
I've gotten like 30 tickets in the past year and a half at $300 a pop. You do the math.
Is it kind of your belief that it's become a crime?
What, like 9,000? 9,000? 90,000? Am I tripping? $30, 30 days. Well, $300. 90,000? Am I tripping?
Crime to be poor out here?
I think that math is
Look
off
at
for,
us like
for
we're
9,000.
street trash. And really, we're human beings.
It don't matter
Like,
anyways. I'm just
some of the
trolling.
things they come up with to write tickets for.
I think it's 90.
It seems like they're making it up right as they go, you know? Today, I actually did get a ticket. Exclusion of the park, which means I'm kicked out of this park for 30 days.
What will happen if you don't leave?
Then I get arrested for trespassing.
And you end up in jail?
Mm-hmm.
Has that happened before?
Yep.
Do you use drugs out here?
No.
No? So Brock, that seems like a pretty situation, right? What are your thoughts on that? Because she's sober, she's not using. Do you think that's a solution to her circumstance?
No, I mean, it's not sustainable. I mean, where are they going to get money to pay these fines?
I agree. It doesn't make sense to me. And this game of musical chairs, as these people move their tent from one park to the next, as they collect tickets they'll never be able to pay off, is surprisingly quite common. Okay, let's see what we got.
The same one I got before.
Okay, that's pretty official looking.
Man, she got a whole stack of papers. Maybe out there fiending out there.
For illegal camping, I guess they call it.
Get fines if our tent's too big. Mine's apparently too big.
$100. That's $100.
Okay, $100
Not like that,
for Schedule 2 controlled substance. Just setting up a tent out here, you got a fee for how much?
Like $250.
Did you pay that fee?
No, I have not yet.
How many times have you been fined?
I've probably got about 20, 25 tickets in the last 6 months, something like that.
$1,000 worth?
Oh yeah, over that.
Art Hoff had a month there where he kicked me out of 8 parks in 7 days.
8 parks in 7
8
days.
parks in
That means
7
you're banned from one
days.
park, you gotta
Damn.
go to the next.
Yep.
How would you plan on paying that fee if at all?
I have no idea. I'd have to like.
Nah, this is a troll though. Like, imagine you go to the park, you trying to take a little nice walk, you know what I'm saying? You trying to walk your dog. No, maybe you got your kids with you or something, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just go to the park, you see, like, hella people just sitting outside, homeless and shit, like, doing drugs, like. I don't know. I see both sides of it because they're like, I don't know. That's just crazy. Like, I can't even go to the park. You feel I can't go to the park without being harassed. Like, I can't go to the park without seeing some nigga putting a needle on his arm or something. Like, I don't know, that's just tough.
Ask for some help or payment plans or something.
Are you using out here right now?
A low level, like not large.
Fentanyl?
A little bit, not much.
Do most people use out here, or is it kind of mixed?
It's mixed. Yeah.
I'm sure you know this, but fentanyl's pretty deadly, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
It is.
That doesn't concern you?
It does. Okay. Yeah, for sure.
It seems like she's tweaking right now. Shit, rocking back and forth and shit. That little neck move.
You carry Narcan?
I do. Yeah. I mean, it was concerning, really, really concerning, for a while, and then I started not overdosing. I don't know why. I don't know if that's tolerance or.
How many times have you died?
I don't know. I guess 8 or 9.
8 or 9?
8 maybe.
That doesn't scare you at all?
It does. Yeah. That's what it was. Yeah, it was scaring me, but.
Shelters out here?
Yeah, bro. She tweaking, bro. She said, I don't use it. Not that much. You know what I'm saying? Not that much. And this nigga said, how many times you died? Shit, like 9 times. Like, like 9 times. Shit, I've died 0 times. What the fuck? I don't want to die at all. The hell? I'd be sitting there gone, fucking tweaking. You know the little videos where they be looking down and shit, they just be stuck. Like, let me chill.
Like, I don't, buy into that. Like,
Not a big
not
fan?
buy into, but
It's like the Christian stuff and that sort of thing, you're not?
I do believe in Jesus. Like, I love the Lord. Like, but I didn't like.
She loves saying like. God, damn, how many times you gonna say like? Jesus, man, she needs some fucking speech classes. God, I know. I ain't even gonna do that to her just because she fried, bro. She fried, so it's like she can't even think straight. So I'm gonna let her rock. I'm gonna let her rock for right now.
Treatment towards me that I don't like. It doesn't relate with me.
I'm not religious. Going to a Christian-based place is just not my forte.
What is something you'd like people in Grants Pass to know about your situation and everyone out here?
Some of these people have jobs. Some of these people aren't even on drugs. People accuse them of being drug addicts and, just homeless bums, and some of them aren't.
Have you been offered treatment, and do you even use anything?
I do.
What do you use?
Fentanyl.
Have you overdosed at all?
Yes, I have.
How many times?
Too many to count.
Yeah. Does that scare you?
You would think it would, but it's more of a peaceful thing.
When you overdose?
Yeah. I think it's just more of the fact that people not necessarily lazy. I just think they don't think there's any hope. There's no hope. Everybody's lost motivation to do anything.
Did you start with fentanyl, or did you kind of work your way up?
I started with heroin when I was.
Started with heroin when I was 13. Damn, man. How did you even get access to heroin when you're 13? Like, well, I didn't even know that shit existed when I was 13, bro.
13,
what?
My dad shot me up with heroin.
My dad shot me with heroin. Oh, damn, bro. That's fucked up, bro. That's fucked up. Damn, bro, that's fucked up.
When I was 13. And then I've been an opiate addict ever since.
Jeez. See, brother. Kind of a similar story to your son, it sounds like?
Similar story to my son, yes.
How does that make you
Similar story to your son. You shot him up with sorry.
feel?
Like I want to give him a hug.
Yeah.
Tell him to get cleaned up.
Yeah.
I'd be very.
What we pulled off the ball field last weekend at Morrison. This is
really
what
bad.
kids are going to find in the park. And they don't mean to all the time. I mean, when you get high, you don't realize what you're dropping, and they don't even realize the problems they're causing.
I'm always afraid he's going to pick up.
Yeah.
Just a tad bit could make him overdose.
You were saying like, hey, I kind of agree these needles are on the kid's field, but
Yeah,
where
she
do we
cared.
put them right if they're locked up?
She cared more about the dog than she do herself. Damn. Why do people do that though? Like, some people be putting dogs above like humans. Like, I don't understand that. Like, Is your dog more important than other humans? Let's say if no, never mind.
Well, there are disposable units in the
Cause
bathrooms.
I can articulate what I want to say, so I just said fuck.
But they lock the
Like,
bathrooms up. Some of the homeless are trying, they're very, very childish, and they do stupid things in retaliation.
What are we seeing? Just like spiteful needle tosses? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
It's carelessness. There's probably 15% of the people out here that aren't responsible, but they're just, it looks like all of us.
It seemed like the irresponsible drug users and the
Yeah, ain't
homeless
leaning
population
right now. Oh,
leaving
never
drug
mind.
needles
You chill.
and foil in the parks have caused the locals here to be fed up with the entire.
nah, but like, it's picking that up with your bare hands. Not like, what are you picking up a needle with your bare hand? Like, is that not crazy? I don't know. Like, is that not crazy though? Like, I don't know. Anyway,
Higher homeless population. But the question is, how many of these people want to get out of this situation, and what's the biggest thing holding them back?
It's like they don't want us to be here at all. They don't want to help us get up. You can't get a job if you don't have an address. You can't shower every day. If you don't have a job, you can't make money. If you can't make money, you can't get a place. If you don't have a place, you can't get a job. People get fined for everything out here. You have trash around your tent. You have.
Would this be considered trash, like this Pepsi right here?
Yeah.
If a cop was pissed off, let's
Yeah.
say?
And I'm drinking it.
Okay.
Your tent's too big. I don't know why they come up with all these rules and regulations just to make it more difficult.
Okay.
I mean, and honestly, they spend more money on making it difficult for people than they would helping people.
Clearly, a $300 fine is not helping these people get out of homelessness, but it might help push these people to move out of Grants Pass and go be homeless in cities like Portland and San Francisco that are more friendly and accepting of tent towns and open-air drug use. But confused why the homeless here continue to live in a city that clearly does not like them, Brock took me to another park down the street where a major tragedy took place that permanently changed
yo,
this.
Oregon look nice as hell though. Like, that's a little side note, but like, Oregon actually looks like beautiful, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Like, all the mountains and
relationship
stuff.
with the homeless population.
All right, Matt, thank you. In our top story tonight, Grants Pass residents are demanding action from the city after a man was killed last night during a shooting at Riverside Park.
So this is the heart and soul of Grants Pass, this park.
This park right there.
This whole park.
This whole park.
Yes.
And there's a bit of a division, right? So behind us, we have the tent set up right here. And then over here, families, kids, chilling, no tents at all. And why did they decide to split it in half and say, all right, you can have this half?
It was because of the shooting. Yeah, and enough people showed up at the city hall meeting to demand some sort of change.
Look,
but all they did was took the tents out. They didn't take the drug use out.
All right, I just want to emphasize when we come in here, there's no needles, no foil, but they took out the doors on every stall. So if you're going to take a dump out here, you're doing it raw. You got...
Imagine pooping with no stall in the front. Oh, nah, bro. What the fuck? If you poop right there, bro, you're diabolical. Honestly,
Zero privacy. That's kind of
you're
fun.
diabolical,
This
bro.
is new right here?
Fairly new. They put them up a while ago.
These is for the needles.
Yes. It's weird that you would have to have those at a park, huh?
It's unfortunate.
A children's park, right here.
So I guess the question is, do you think finding homeless people sleeping on public land is cruel and unusual? Because that's what it's been escalated to the Supreme Court. So
Like money?
money, if we
We
catch
don't
you with a
have
tent, $300.
From where?
It's a fair question.
But basically, this park's really clean,
I haven't noticed anything on this side at all.
right?
Do you think we'll see any of that on that side?
Maybe, because there's people living there.
Question for y'all. We're trying to talk to people about that sign that's basically, finding people who are homeless out here camping.
I got
You
fined for my tent being too big and for stakes being in the ground, and I never even got a warning first. It was
It said stakes being in the ground?
So what they
At the
do is
park?
they send it like to collections or whatever, and like, how do we make court? I'm out here just trying to feed myself.
My question is, if you're homeless, down on your luck, trying to get back on your feet, where else do you sleep?
Exactly, that's the problem.
Do you think this city is treating homeless people like trash?
Absolutely. I've never been treated so bad. They don't care if we live or we die. Because it's just another way to entrap us and enslave us in the debt system.
Every 3 days you gotta move. No stability to get employment or anything good out of this.
I have people drive by and say, kill yourself.
I'm only 17.
Damn.
So,
Okay.
like, from my point of view, I'm like, okay, adults are going through whatever they're going through. But then there's also, like, us kids that are living with our parents that are going through all these things. And we know that our parents are going through things and, like,
the police don't want to like get that. They don't want to understand that adults do have like stresses. It's hard to live out here and pay for an apartment.
And homeless when you're 17, bro. Geez, man. I know that's tough. Bro. 17, you can barely even get a job. At 17, you can barely even get a job. Like, you still gotta work fucking restricted hours, and you only can work 4 hours a day. Like,
Man, with 2 kids and God knows how many other animals
their
you
home
have.
situation
At
gotta
this
be
point,
crazy.
if you don't want to stay in your parks, then I guess y'all need to like do something about it. Like make a fucking big building for a fucking shelter for everybody. Like,
Hello. I just spoke to your daughter.
I think it's bullshit.
Talk to me.
It's like,
Oh, that's her daughter.
I can understand like people at like Morrison and like the parks that like the kids go to,
Sure.
and Fruitdale, it's out by the school. Like I can understand that, but like over here, it's like, what the point? You're not doing nothing with this over here. As long as everybody would keep their cleaned up and everything, like I don't think it should be a problem.
Sure.
I'm a mom, single mom of 2 kids. Like shit, dude, it sucks being out here, yeah, but it's like, fuck, man, like what are you supposed to do? Like I'm not a druggie. And we ended up here because my ex lost his job and everything. And so we ran a business in Indiana and Illinois. Like, I don't live like this. I've lived in 4 or 5 bedroom houses most of my life. So, it's like to have my kids out here, they're spoiled, rotten turds. And people are like, well, you're not homeless. Well, no, because we don't dress that way and we don't carry ourselves that way. Just because you're homeless doesn't mean you have to carry yourself like a piece of shit.
$300, you could like rent a place to camp, Sure.
But you know what? The homeless make themselves look bad because look at this. I mean,
Yeah, that's true.
like needle caps and homeless people make themselves look bad.
It seemed like there was a cultural divide within the homeless camps of people genuinely trying to get out of this situation and reintegrate back into working society, and others content with using drugs and living free of responsibility on the streets.
Question for you. I see you're moving your stuff. Did they recently sweep your tent?
My tent was 1 foot bigger than it was supposed to be.
Okay.
1 foot bigger.
This is my whole life here. I'm moving around constantly,
Yeah.
losing stuff, forgetting stuff, people getting stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just trying. And I'm actually out here working, so I have a job. And
Oh, you got trespassed from the park.
yeah,
Do you think the city hates homeless people?
I just don't think they hate people. They just misunderstand.
I'm gonna be real. This is fucked up. It's pretty brutal, dude. If you're constantly in this cycle, spending 10 hours a day, resetting the day, what time do you have to spend figuring this out?
With Brock's strong push for clean, drug-free parks, hosting rallies every week to gain more local support and to raise awareness for the cause, I was both saddened and surprised when we found this in the park.
Jack, that's my son right there.
That is son.
Whoa.
Damn.
This is unplanned.
Yeah, it's unplanned. I kind of had a figure he was here.
Hey, my name's Tyler.
Tyler.
Good to meet you.
Damn.
You're good. How you doing, man? Your dad showed me around the parks out here.
What do you think?
Nice parks. How long you been in this tent setup?
I mean, a few days. We get moved around a lot, so.
Yeah. We've talked a lot about you today. Is there a world you move in with Pops one of these days?
Probably not.
What's keeping you out here?
Mostly addictions and disabilities.
What are you using out here?
Everything.
Yeah.
But I'd say fentanyl is probably the number one.
And this gotta be so sad for his dad. Like, his son doesn't even like wanna. His son don't even want to get better. Or at least it seemed like it. I mean, cause like, like, you got somebody that's here willingly wanting to help you. They'll give you a place to stay. They'll give you all this. And he's like, nah, I'm probably just gonna be out here the rest of my life. Like, I don't know, man. I know that sucks for his dad though. Like,
Pops, what are you thinking?
It tears me apart.
Yeah.
He knows if he wants to get clean, though, my door is open. If he puts in the work, it still hurts. You come out here, and I don't want him here.
Yeah.
I want him safe and in a house.
Yeah.
He's smart and capable, but drugs keep him down.
I hear you.
And he's just not ready to really try to get off drugs.
What are your thoughts when you see Pops tear up a little bit over here?
No comment.
No comment. Did it hurt you to see him hurt as well a little bit? Or are you kind of just doing your own thing?
There's so much drama in my life. I try to just think of the positive stuff.
Fair. I feel you, man. Well, it's been a pleasure to meet you, bro. I've heard a lot of good things about you.
Damn.
I hope you stay safe.
Well, if this hurts,
it's fucked up, bro.
You'll call me later tonight or something. We'll work out. getting you to work tomorrow, and I'll put a little money in his pocket.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna let you guys have a moment, all right?
All right, thanks.
All right. I know that was hard emotionally, I'm sure, but that interaction, I think, will hit home with a lot of people, right? That is your son.
Oh, yeah.
That could be your son.
Yeah. I'll tell you, when he disappeared into the Tenderloin for 5 months, I thought I'd never see him again. And he's disappeared for so many times. He'll be gone for 4 or 5 months. I wish he would want to be better.
With Brock's son Jack having a house to move into when he's ready, yet still refusing to leave the streets due to his drug addictions, it's clear the root cause of these people living on the streets is not always affordable housing or poverty, and for some, the drug use becomes a debilitating health crisis and lifestyle shackling them to the streets. But for the people out here who want to get out of the streets, unlike Jack right now, where can they even go? I headed to the Gospel Rescue Mission, one of the only homeless shelters in Grants Pass that's often criticized for having strict rules and for mandatory church attendance. While this is one of the only shelters in town largely funded by Christian donors, can anyone that's homeless come live here? And why is it so hated amongst homeless advocates?
Hey, it look nice as shit out there. What the fuck? All you gotta do is go to church. Yeah, I'm in church every day then if I'm homeless. What the hell?
And people currently
Hella-
living
hella
on the
nice
streets.
out there.
I'm here with
Brian Botiller, Director of the Gospel Rescue Mission in Grants Pass.
What are their rules,
For 41 years, we have been working to help people leave homelessness. Really, our program is really gunning for the guy that says, I want to leave homelessness behind, and with some effort, I can do it. And maybe for some of them it takes 2, 3, or 4 times. You know, I have a gal that just graduated. She's graduating this week with a sustainable income and a home, who was exactly like some of the people in your other videos. You know, when you're looking at the issues of addiction and stuff like that. But we always believe that people are capable of changing. Everybody that stays here kind of helps contribute to their stay in one way or another.
Including a strict set of rules and responsibilities that everyone had to perform in this organization's mission to reintegrate people into a job setting after they leave the shelter. But they offer some nice amenities, including a gym, laundry machines, and a dining room that they help operate and maintain.
We don't think of them as rules.
See,
We
that's
just think
fire.
of them as
And this is one of the rules
life.
right here. And this is like, hey, listen, if you want to be a part of this,
Yep.
you got to lock in.
It's a place where all these guys get Jesus jammed down their throats, right? It's all happening.
Jesus jammed down
Say
their
that
throat.
facetiously, obviously, but that is the narrative to some folks.
Guess what? It's all church people that are paying your way here, man. They're I'm not asking them to, again, get dunked underwater or anything like that.
So no forced baptism.
Yeah, no forced baptism. But what they get is about a half hour to 40-minute Bible study in the morning, half hour to 40-minute Bible study in the evening. They can still make their own decision. I have plenty of people who enter here agnostic.
So you get Bible study for 30 minutes in the morning and Bible study for 30 minutes in the evening, and that's it. So twice a day, 30 minutes for an hour. You get free living. You get a crib, you get a gym, you get a basketball court, you get all this, you get food. And you gotta go to Bible study for an hour. If I'm homeless, I'm there. I ain't gonna. If I'm homeless, I'm there.
Live here agnostic.
Sure. And as I saw this guy down the hall, I wanted to hear his honest review of living here.
So when did you come in here?
About 8 days ago.
Okay, this is fresh, right?
I enjoy it here. I enjoy all the guys here.
Brother, you don't have to say that just because I'm here, okay?
So cover your ears. Let me ask him. Yeah. So 8 days ago you came in here. Where'd you come from?
The street.
Okay.
I was thrown out of my house, and I'm doing wonderful.
Okay.
I can't believe it. How good I'm doing. How nice the people are here, and I enjoy it. I used to be on drugs. Since I've been here, I don't need them.
So you've been sober the last 8 days, or a little bit more?
8 or 9 days.
So you've just been raw dogging the sobriety.
Yeah.
You're actively sort of, I don't know.
I get along with the staff.
Yeah.
Boy, I know them withdrawals going crazy, boy. That boy probably got hella diarrhea, boy. He got hella sweaty, nigga. Fucking lip shaking and shit, boy. I know them withdrawals is kicking his butt, boy.
The inmates here, well, inmates, I'm sorry.
But while this place might be a godsend, no pun intended, for those willing to comply with the rules and responsibilities it comes with, the most surprising aspect of this tour might just be these vacant beds.
So you can see everything with no bedding in here is vacant space.
So if we were to walk to the park right now, let's say you and I, say, hey, we got 20 vacant beds. If you guys are willing to follow the rules and regulations, you guys would take them in today? What is the likelihood any of them would take you up on that offer?
I would argue 99% chance that they're going to say no.
And what is the biggest reason they have for saying no? Because the bed's here, right? They don't have to be out in the wilderness.
The first thing they'll tell you is that there's rules. Okay, they've taught to think of those things as barriers. It's been repeated ad nauseum to them about how bad these things are.
If I come in and I fully do basically whatever you tell me to do, and I withstand the rules and regulations of the program, I will leave, get a job, end up in a house, back on my feet. So 33% of your people have succeeded in that capacity.
Not only that, after 30 days in this room, they will have been sober for 30 days, which means that they can pass a UA for a job.
Oh, shoot. While there are empty beds available for people that are willing to partake in the programs and comply with the rules here, once these beds fill up, where else will the remaining homeless go? While being upset with the drug needles and foil left behind is completely understandable, the concept of fining someone for trying to survive in a tent outside seems downright evil. And if the town's goal is really to just keep these homeless people out of sight, it seems like fining them will only keep them poor, on the streets, and at the parks their kids play at.
Alright, man, that was a good video right there. You see these homeless people, bro? I don't know, some of them, you know what I'm saying? Like, some of them is, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? Anyways, I'm out of here, bro, man. Click the videos on the screen. Follow TikTok, Twitter. I'll see y'all later, bro.